Grizz Nation, you ready to have some fun? Are you ready to honor Marc Gasol? So Grizz Nation, whether you are here at FedEx Forum or you are watching at home or watching in Spain or wherever you may be, this is one of those great nights in franchise history when we can pay a very special and heartfelt tribute to one of the greatest Grizzlies to ever wear the uniform, Marc Gasol. We have been privileged here in Memphis to be partners with the entire Gasol family for a number of years, and we are thrilled that they are all here tonight. From the time that the franchise arrived here in Memphis until the 2017-18 NBA season, there was a Gasol on the Memphis Grizzlies roster. And that started with a young man who came to us from Barcelona, became the NBA Rookie of the Year, Pau Gasol. And now to hear from Pau Gasol, I turn it over to my good friend and colleague, Rob Fisher.
Thank you very much, Pete. Pau.
What's up, Rob?
Good to see you, man. It's great to see you. What does it mean to you to see Marc on this stage, in this setting here tonight?
It means everything, you know, as a brother, to see my brother being honored the way he is tonight, what the legacy that he left in Memphis with these guys here. I mean, it means the world to me.
Yeah, and you had your reception where your number was retired, and it was an emotional night in Los Angeles. How's big fella's emotions going to be tonight?
I don't know. You have to ask him. But obviously, it's an incredible moment to live and experience, right? To receive this type of honor is something extremely special. So I'm so proud of him. Memphis is proud of you, Marc. You know, it's incredible, like I said.
Pau, when you guys were growing up playing basketball against each other, first of all, how many years did you dominate? And then when did you find out that little brother couldn't push him around anymore?
Oh, man. Well, early on, it was, you know, I had my way, let's say. But you know, Marc's resilience, work ethic, determination, everything, his heart, toughness, competitiveness, everything. He caught up pretty quickly, and he became one of the best players in the world.
Yes, he did. When did you see that? When did you think there was a chance that he could become one of those players?
You know, I think even before he was drafted. Like I said, at that time, I was adamant. I was persistent to the Grizzlies management at the time to try to get him. You know, they got him eventually, and everything worked out in a very, very special way. So, but you know, as you guys see in here, he was impactful from the first day. He made a difference from the first day to the very end. He left an incredible and deep legacy in this city. So, you know, I'm just proud of him.
When we talk about playing against Marc, and you got that opportunity as a member of the Grizzlies when he was in Barcelona, and then, of course, when he came to the NBA. When I ask you about just playing against him, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, I always say, and I always said that it was very special to be able to play against your brother at the highest level. Very, very special. I never took it for granted. But I also knew that it was going to be a hard night, you know, because I think probably Marc is the opponent that I have the least points scored in my career, because he knew all my moves. He was going to bring it. He didn't care too much if the point guard would go by or get an easy shot, but he made sure that I didn't get an easy look at all. So, you know, we always had so many good battles. You know, we were going to bring it. And, you know, we had a good run.
Who talked more trash?
No, we don't talk. We'd never talk trash. Nope. You know, we knew one, he was going to be a little happier than the other at the end of the game, because neither of us like losing. But we understood how lucky we've been, and our family, the way they brought us up, and the opportunities that they've given us, and the love that we received and we continue to receive is pretty special.
You started the All-Star game against him.
Yes.
How much does that moment stick out in your career?
It's one of the highlights of our lives, I think. Especially, definitely of our careers, because that was pretty special to be able to start an All-Star game, that jump ball in Madison Square Garden. That's kind of one of those iconic places, an iconic memory that is part of our legacy.
Pau, it's great to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rob.
Pau
Pleasure to be
Gasol,
here.
everybody.
Thank you, guys. Love you.
Mark, I want to talk to you first a little bit. We can't talk about Marc Gasol without talking about the Gasol family, how much they mean to you, how much they meant to this community here in Memphis. How impactful was it to have them near you as you started your professional journey here in Memphis and really your high school journey at Lausanne?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for staying. So, your family is very important to your success. The surrounding, how they care about you, how they take care of you every day, no matter what. Having my parents given up so much of their social life early on in our lives for our happiness. You see it later on in your own journey when you become a dad and you understand, what your role is in life. So, I'll forever be thankful to my parents, Rusty and Marissa, for setting the foundation of who we are as men and the values that we have. So, yeah, family obviously means the world to us.
I said it to you at Pau's retirement ceremony that you and your family are the best of us. Your humanity and how you treat other people and the impact you had in Memphis is just phenomenal. Now, you saw Pau and have his jersey retired in Los Angeles, and you were an observer. Now the roles are reversed. How different is it to see 33 go up in the rafters as opposed to 16 in Los Angeles?
Well, it's a celebration, both of them in the same time. It's the same family. We had our own journey. Pau had his journey, and he had to face his own challenges. I had my own journey, and obviously did what I had to do to try to maximize my career. And at the end, it's great to see, the celebration of everybody, and I like to celebrate Pau's career, my career, and share with everybody that's meant so much to us along the way. So I can't compare it. I know everybody likes to compare Pau and Marc. But to me, that's way past. Now it's about what's the next challenge going to be now as human beings, who we're going to impact, what life we're going to, impact as humans. So I'm thrilled for that.
So often we refer to you as Marc Gasol of Memphis. You came here as an adolescent. You went to high school, and eventually this is where you started your NBA journey. Was there a point where you said, man, this really is my second home?
Well, I had a very unique perspective because I came as a 16-year-old. My family at Lausanne, my teammates, took me in. So I had a perspective from the fan point of view, what is expected of the team here in Memphis. And I did that for 2 years here, and then, obviously followed the team when I went back to Spain. So I had a very unique perspective. And when I came back as a Grizzlies player in 2008, I carry that with me, and I play with that kind of pride, and I hope that everybody enjoyed, what they saw for so many years.
Marc, I think we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the work that you have done with Pau through the Gasol Foundation, addressing childhood obesity, obviously your support of St. Jude and Le Bonheur Children's Hospital. Why has that been such a driving force for you in your life?
Well, that was our way to contribute. My parents, they both come from medical world. We were not doctors, even though Pau tried for a year to become a doctor. So that was our way to contribute when we understood the impact that we could have in a kid's very tough process that they go through, their families, what they go through, and kind of give more impact also on what St. Jude and Le Bonheur and hospitals like that, try to accomplish. So for us, it's an honor, it's humbling when we do that, and actually, they give us more energy than we can ever give them. So it's great. Thank you for that.
It's great to have you here, Marc, along with your family. This date, once I knew when it was circled on the calendar. And then kind of the icing on the top of the cake is to have all of you guys together. So as the kids say, we're just going to chop it up, right? We're going to talk about the good old days. But I'm just curious, in talking with all of you, you come from different socioeconomic backgrounds, different geographic backgrounds, and yet you came together as a unit to provide some of the greatest basketball the city has ever seen. My question is a pretty simple one. How did that happen?
Well, I think how it gelled so well, we all respected each other coming in. Respect was the biggest thing, you know. We all came from a backgrounds where we had to, you know, pretty much prove ourselves and had a chip on our shoulders. So when you got 4 guys that's coming to prove something, I mean, other teams need to watch out.
I think the same way what Tony said, just, you know, I think for all of us, we blue collar players, you know what I mean? So we humble, you know, Marc humble, Mike, we all humble and we hungry. So, you know, we're not the fashy type. So, you know, it's a blue collar town. So we a bunch of blue collar players, you know?
You old,
I'm old as hell now, but I'm the young one in the group, and I just listen to them guys, man, just having such great leadership from you know, guys I look up to, and all the guys behind us too that are part of these teams. Rudy Gay, Mike Miller, like, you know, Tayshaun Prince, D.A., all these guys, Bano, everybody's a part of that you know, that grit and grind era and that group, and you know, we just all fit real well and did what we did.
Marc, why did it all come together so well?
It was a combination of a lot of things, but the trust and the loyalty that we had on one another, alongside, like Mike said, of, you know, all our teammates and our coaches, and how much we invested in the team and in the city. I think then we saw, you know, we could trust each other and we care about the same things, and we all had the same common goal. So, you know, at the end of the day, we were, you know, a great team.
Zebo, we always refer to you and Marc as brothers from another mother. How did that chemistry kind of come together? Because, you know, Marc was a second-round draft pick. You were a high draft pick in Portland, but you had gone to other teams. But then you guys just developed this chemistry between the two of you. How did that happen?
I just think because, you know, Marc is such an unselfish player, and he just the type of person he is, just, you know, he want to see everybody win. That's the thing about Marc. He'd rather everybody do good before himself. You know, he want to get other guys shots. So just us having that bond and understanding where we come from, and, you know, we're going to go out there and dominate, and we're going to kick everybody's ass in front of us. And if we didn't kick it, we thought we was going to kick it. So we was always ready.
And we don't bluff.
At all.
Mike, you were the conductor of this group. Did you ever find it difficult to kind of keep everybody under control and keep everybody on the same path?
Yeah. Shoot, y'all have no idea what it was like to be around these guys, especially that dude right there, that one at the end.
Not me, man. Not me. I was more civilized.
Hey, he ain't never changed though, but
man, first team all defense.
Show that. I helped you get second team one year, didn't I?
I did, second team.
Yeah, second team all defense, two in the building. Let's give it up for my man.
Oh, by the way, defensive player of the year over here.
Defensive player of the year over here too, man. Come on, man. We all in the building, man. But one thing though, Mike, I used to always want to ask, because both of these guys dominated that ball in the post. What was your thought process when both of these guys wanted it? That's the question I always been wanting to ask. Because Marc wanted it a fair share just as much as he did.
Yeah, nah, see, I probably deferred to Marc more because, listen to this, because Zebo, whenever he wanted the ball, he'd be like, hey, killer, I need a shot real quick, bro. Like, it'd be like, it'd be like, he ain't making no scene about it. Mark would be like, man, he start, looking at me funny and getting ready
speaking in Spanish?
Yeah, speaking in Spanish. And,
That's all I want to
you don't know what he's saying. Like, I'm like, man, let me get Mark going so that, I can get him first, and then Zebo will be cool, so.
Because there was a period of time, Brevin and I would say, if the ball doesn't get into Mark's hands at some point, there's something wrong here. But by the same time, we also said, feed 50. So it was kind of, one or the other. But yeah, you probably had the hardest job of anybody trying to keep everybody happy. And then, if he was unhappy, you guys sat next to each other on the plane.
Yeah. I was, like I said, I was a young one, man, and they picked on me. I was the one that had to learn the ropes. Like, I just did what they told me to do. I tried to help him as much as I can, because we're like the opposite in personality a little bit. Like, I'm real calm. I'm more calm than all these guys, but like this guy right here.
Yeah, we noticed.
This guy right here he's a problem when he gets angry. So I had to like.
You mean you never ripped your jersey down the front?
No, I never did. I never kicked trash cans over. He'll kick a trash can over after a 20-point win because we didn't do something. We didn't pass the ball enough or something.
Yeah, so. I remember. I seem to remember this game in Brooklyn where Jaren Jackson Jr. had a great game, and we ended up winning the game in overtime. Like, there's a 4-point play and another 3-pointer and win the game, and you weren't terribly happy after that game.
We didn't play good. We didn't play good. And to me, it was always about playing good, play the right way, play together. And if we didn't do that, but we won, I wasn't happy. And I was not always right, let's put it that way.
So I got to ask you a question, because we looked at the videos during the game, and I want to poll the group here. What's the best Marc Gasol celebration? Is it the Conor McGregor walk? Is it, feel free to vote, is it the Conor McGregor walk? Is it the slapping of the hip? Or is it the air guitar? Any votes?
I think the swag came out with the Conor McGregor walk.
Yeah.
He put a little flavor in it, and he was happy. I mean, Mike passed him the ball enough that day, so I go with the Conor McGregor. I go with the Conor.
So the Conor McGregor walk, is it unanimous or?
Yeah, Conor McGregor.
Do you like it, Mark?
I'm embarrassed.
I think that was probably the one I was most surprised to see, and it was perfect because there was a timeout. And obviously a game-winning shot, so I think, got a little bit more airtime, but...
Why did you do that?
We watched the fight a couple days before, right? And obviously he was so confident, and he pulled it out, and so, a few days later when I had a chance, we won the game against the Clippers on the road, and Mike finally passed me the ball. I hit the shot, and we won, and it came out. It wasn't prepared for sure. It almost happened at 3 before that. But I'm like, no, give me one more 3, and I got one more 3.
Okay.
Hit it one more time.
Say before a memory from those playoff runs. What stood out about this building and a playoff run in Memphis, unlike any other city? Whoop that clip? We don't bluff. I mean, Zebo, you got a corner on the market there.
We don't bluff. Whoop that trick. Everybody getting crunk. Everybody going crazy. You know what I mean? So everybody just was in one. We was all one. We all won. And when we went to the playoffs or show, everybody was all together, and we felt it. We felt the energy. We felt everything. So we was with them, and we always won. So yeah.
What about you, TA? Those playoff runs, those long battles with the Clippers in Oklahoma City and San Antonio?
Yeah, they was all memorable. I mean, I could remember a lot of times, big fella, speaking in Spanish to me as well, If I took one of those ill-advised threes, and he would always tell me, you get your money on the defensive end, not the offensive end, brother. Pass that ball. So, all of them was memorable. Like I said, the bond, what most sticks out, like I said on the elevator earlier, we always had that one team, one goal mindset, mobbing through the playoffs. So, like I said, it carried over even till today. So It's all love. I liked all of them.
All love. Mark, what do you remember about those playoff battles? San Antonio, I know that you referenced in the documentary about the very first playoff win in franchise history, Shane Battier hitting that shot. But there were so many memories and so many great battles with Tim Duncan and Kawhi Leonard and others.
Yeah, I think winning that first playoff game for the franchise was huge for the confidence on ourselves, and we could do this against probably the best team in the West, and also for the city to believe, and come together at the same time and support the team the way they did for so many years after that. So I think that first win in San Antonio, how it happened, and that was I think a turning point for everybody. And I thank Lionel also, because Lionel is not here tonight, and it just made me think of those memories. So Lionel did a great job of bringing us together and executing and making sure that we all stayed in our place most of the time.
Right. Because it's all important to play the right way, and I don't say that lightly. I mean, that was one of the things that I admired most about you, was your insistence on playing the right way, despite what Tony wanted to do.
Say that again?
I said, that's one of the things I admired about you. You wanted to play the right way, no matter what Tony wanted to do.
Well, Tony's going to do Tony like he always does, and you just know, you got to be prepared for anything. But you know how hard he's going to play. How hard he's going to prepare for the games and his matchup, and exactly what he's going to do on that end. So that gave me all the trust in the world on Tony. So I'm always thankful to play a guy, play alongside his sample.
Mike, what about you and those playoff memories and this building and this environment?
Man, I think I'll second what Mark said about that first series against the Spurs. It was a time in our lives. I think it was like the whole city of Memphis and Grizzlies. We were all like one team, and we kind of embodied what the city was at that time. It was just hard-working guys, like 1 through 15. Our coach was, Lionel was on us every day,
No kidding.
I don't know if he could coach like that today, man. These kids go crazy, but yeah, no, it was a special time, special moments here. The crowd was what got us through a lot of it, and gave us some special memories.
Well, you all gave us a lot of special moments in this building. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while, but it's been worth it. The Core Four. Marc Gasol, ladies and gentlemen. Mark, it was my pleasure and privilege to call your games here in Memphis. It was all our privilege and pleasure to watch you play basketball at the highest level. It was also our pleasure and our privilege to enjoy your class, your grace, and all that you meant to this great city. Marc Gasol, first of all, congratulations on the retirement of number 33. Not only will the number go to the rafters, but the Gasol name goes to the rafters. Marc Gasol, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you. Thank you so much. Before I start, thanking everybody and rightfully so, this morning I got a chance to watch a wonderful documentary about myself. I was a little shy, I didn't want to watch it. Great job, Michael Blevin. And I have two takes after I watched that. One is I got to start working out. That's the first thing. I'm like, okay, big fella, you got to start, you got to start moving. And second is, I got to apologize to my teammates, my coaches. I'm sorry. Sometimes I know I could be a pain in the ass. I just care so much about this city and about winning and playing the right way. So thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you. The last week we've been here with my family, enjoying the city, driving around, spending time together, seeing a lot of familiar faces, seeing a lot of old friends, and the love and unwavering respect that we got from the fans and everybody in the city will forever stay with us. So thank you for that. That will, that means the world to us, seriously. We got here in 2001, and your constant support and love, I think it goes with everybody. So thank you so much for that, seriously. Back when I was 19 years old, I used to play a game like I'm sure many of the kids still do today. I used to imagine I was Michael Jordan with a fadeaway. I imagined I was Larry Bird with a three, or Magic Johnson with a no-look pass. 25 years later, I kind of played the same game after I got traded from the Grizzlies to the Raptors. I imagine, how would Tony Allen approach this defensive assignment that he has tonight against the best player in the other team? What would his mindset be? When they let me, or they asked me to, I thought, okay, how is Zebo going to take over, this stretch of the game and be a beast on the block? And through it all, I thought, how is Mike Conley going to keep it all together in a championship run? So when I was able to, accomplish the biggest goal as a basketball player, which is to win an NBA ring, these three guys that meant so much to me along the way, were right there with me at the floor. For that and many other reasons, thank you. I'll be thankful forever, and grit and grind.
Thank you, Mark. I think, Marcus, we need to count down and get this banner raised. What do you say?
All right, Grizz Nation, please direct your attention to the home free throw line as we honor one of Memphis' favorite sons and Grizzlies legend, Marc Gasol. Now, please join me in counting down as we raise and forever enshrine number 33 in Memphis Grizzlies franchise history. Starting with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Said what I look like, think I'm gonna try to wear, pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA on the ESPN.